Hello there. This is Delana from Delana's Yoga Suite, and we are here in the studio. Today we're gonna add a little bit of a flair to it. This class today will be sweet yoga. So if you haven't been to my studio and taken a sweet yoga class, it's when we have a focus pose for the month. This month we're focusing on chair pose, power pose. We'll be holding this pose between 8 to 10 breaths. And the rest of the poses will be used to support that chair pose. So we'll be holding the rest of the poses between 3 and 5 breaths. So this is an open level session. You do not have to have any experience in the yoga studio or on the yoga mat. You can do this wherever you are. Feel free to whip out your electronics, cell phones, iPads, whatever you guys have. Also, feel free to whip out a yoga mat if you have one. If you don't, feel free to get a blanket. Feel free to get a towel. Just anything you can whip out on. If you're outside, this is a great way to get a little bit of vitamin D and a little bit of boosting your immune system with fresh air. So you could definitely take this with you no matter where you are. As you know, we're in a little bit of a topsy-turvy time where we are limited to our social engagement. So this will be one of the many first anti-social COVID practice, if you will. So no matter where you are with your practice, you can always take this with you. So just because we're not in the studio doesn't mean that we cannot. That doesn't mean that we can abandon our self care. So with that said, am from starting now every Thursday and Saturdays till the quarantine is up. I will be streaming from YouTube on Thursdays, and then on Saturdays I'll be doing a live Facebook Saturday morning at 10 a.m. So definitely check out any of the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, for any updates on classes. Also, feel free to get in touch with me. You can still hit me up on the website, www.delanasyogasweet.com, to get more updates. If you need any information or anything, you can always contact me at any time. So, with that said, today we're going to also work with some props as well. So if you do not have the basic yoga blocks or bolsters or even the fancy blankets, no worries. You can always grab another blanket, another towel. You can even grab a sofa pillow. So, you can even use the cushionings from the sofa pillow. So we're just going to, go ahead and use what we have, So we're going to go ahead and get started. So first and foremost, we're going to bring ourselves into a comfortable seated position, wherever that is. So you can cross the legs, you can sit on top of the knees, you can sit with the bottoms of the feet pressed together and the knees rolled out to the side, wherever you're feeling comfortable. If you feel comfortable with using your blanket or towel, you can use this blanket to elevate your seat, to sit on top of the seat. Feel free to use an extra pillow or an extra blanket to cushion underneath the knees as well. So feel free to use any of those. The legs, again, can stretch out in front of you. The knees can bend. You can even use any part of the wall. So if you have any space, no matter where you are, where there's a wall that you can press your back up against so that you can support the spine, feel free to do that as well. Again, we want to create that comfortable seated position, wherever that is. So once we find that comfortable seated position, we're all cushioned up, we're all loveyed up. We're going to go ahead and tilt the hips and pelvis forward, lengthening the spine. Once you lengthen the spine, we're going to roll the shoulders up, around, and back. Pull your shoulders away from the ears. You want to really stretch the crown of the head toward the knees, or you can drape them across the thighs if the legs are straightened. If you decide to sit in the chair here, press your back firmly into the back of the chair, press your feet firmly into the floor. Your wrists and palms can drape across the thighs. So no matter where you are, feel free to find that comfort zone. Once you take that deep breath in through the nostrils, we're going to breathe out of the nostrils. Now remember, in yoga, you're only breathing in and out of the nostrils. So this is allergy season, so we're kind of swishy swashing through cold and flu, and then we're kind of merging and swimming through allergy season for some people. So if your nostrils are stuffed up to the point where you're unable to breathe at all, the most important thing is that you are breathing. So breathe in and out of the mouth instead if the nose is stuffed up. So again, if you are able to get some air in, feel free to breathe through the nostrils. But again, you don't want to struggle in your breathing. So if there's an obstacle in your nostrils, feel free to breathe in and out of the mouth. Also, feel free to also grab some tissues with you. You don't have to sit here and allow the nose to run. If you need to take a break and wipe your nose, definitely feel free to do that. You'll notice when you breathe in out the nostrils, you'll notice that the breath will start to kind of force whichever obstruction is, and it'll start to kind of blow it out. So if you do have that stuffy nose situation, definitely grab a tissue to assist you just in case that the nostril area starts to clear up. Once you find that comfortable seated position, we're going to take our eyelids and roll the eyelids fully closed. Or we're going to lift the eyelids just halfway, half open, half closed. No matter where you are within your practice, whether the eyelids are fully closed or half open, this allows us to remain centered. It also allows us to remain in the here and now. But it also begins our opening meditation. So we're going to breathe in through the nose here, or in through the mouth if you have an obstructed nostril situation. And exhale, release the breath. Breathing in through the nose or mouth. Breathe in, take in breath. Exhale to release the breath. Breathing in through the nostrils or mouth. Exhale to release the breath. This time we're going to take that deep breath in. We're going to inhale and feel the breath travel across the forehead. Allow your breath to travel across the crown of the head. Slide the breath down into the back of the head. Roll your breath down over the shoulders, down into the arms, sliding your breath into the tips of the fingers. Slowly breathe into the chest and shoulder blades. Breathe into the left and right rib cage. Slide the breath into the stomach. Breathe into your lower back. Slide the breath into your left hip pocket, into your right hip pocket. Then feel the breath roll down into your thighs, the knees, the shins, stepping your breath over top of the feet and into the tips of the toes. Breathing into your pinky toe, all the way into the big toe. Inflate your body to its maximum capacity. Expand the breath within the body, creating space, creating calm, and creating energy. Whenever you're ready to exhale, Allow the breath to lift from the tips of the toes, over the balls of the feet, sliding your breath underneath the arches of the feet, the heels, the calves, underneath the knees and thighs. Feel your breath lift from your left and right hip. Slide the breath out of the stomach and lower back. Feel the breath exit from the left and right rib cage, the chest and shoulder blades. Slide the breath from your tips of the fingers over the palms, the wrists, your forearms, the elbows, your upper arms and shoulders. Lift your breath from the neck, the chin, the lips, and feel the breath leave your body, deflating the body from all directions. No matter where you are, release any tension from the mind, the body, and even the breath. Continue breathing on your own. As you deeply breathe into the body, expand the body from all directions. Exhale as you release the body, the breath from the body, creating your own rhythm. There is no rush here to breathe in or out. Only focus on your journey of breath. Continue to leave the eyelids fully closed, or you can slowly open the eyes here. Continue the ease of your breath here. Continue the ease of your body. Releasing anything that does not serve your purpose. We're going to go ahead and start out with straightening the legs out in front of us. So from here, again, this is a great opportunity to elevate your seat. You can still support your back into the wall. Feel free to elevate your seat using an extra pillow. If you do have a bolster or blanket, feel free to elevate your seat with that as well. If you have any tension underneath your knees as you straighten the legs out in front of you, this is a great opportunity to use a pillow or an extra blanket. You can roll it underneath the knees here to cushion them, and you can also expand the blanket out to cushion as well. So again, we want to create our Suiteness of the version of the pose that best fits us, because this is our journey on the mat. This is our practice. So first and foremost, we're going to come into our seated upward salute. So we're going to start by pressing the heels forward here, pulling the toes toward the face. You can roll the knees to the center. You can also press the feet together. Another great, and I'll show you real quick, another great prop to have. If you have an extra belt, if you have some really strong string here that you can use for your prop, feel free to do this. So you can use the strap here. And welcome, Katie, to the session. Feel free to use the strap here to wrap around the bottoms of the feet. You can use a belt. You can use a very strong string, just anything that is long enough to wrap around the bottoms of the feet that your hands can connect with as well. So you can use the strap or belt, and you can press the legs of the strap or belt together, and you can walk your hands as far or near the feet as possible. We're going to come into our sitting upward salute here. So before we get into that, we're going to tilt the hips and pelvis forward. Again, you can use that strap to assist with flattening the feet. A lot of our stretch and opening will come from the bottoms of the legs here. So pressing the heels forward, pulling the toes toward the face, lift the heart. We're going to start off by pressing the palms on either side of the seat and hips. Lift from your heart, squeeze the shoulder blades in, press the crown of the head toward the ceiling. We're going to take a really deep breath in through the body. Lift your arms above the head, shoulder width apart. Your palms can face each other. Your fingers can spread apart. Another great way to get into your seated upward salute. If you have hypertension, high blood pressure, or shoulder issues, you can bend at the elbows, palms facing each other, or palms pressed at heart center. So again, you want to honor the body no matter where it is. If you have hypertension, high blood pressure, shoulder issues, palms can press together, elbows can bend at cactus arms. But if you feel all right, your arms can reach up toward the ceiling. You can also press the palms together or even interlace the fingers. Point your fingers pointing toward the ceiling or sky. In the seated upward salute, we're going to roll the shoulders back. We're going to open up the fronts of those shoulders a bit. We're going to still tilt the hips and pelvis forward and lift the heart. This is going to elevate and lengthen the spine. We're also going to remain with the legs pressed in front of us. If you still feel that tightness in the hamstrings or calves, put a small bend into the knees. Again, you can always use that blanket or pillow to support underneath the knees here. So from here, we're going to hold here, breathing in through the nose. Exhale. Breathing and lift your heart, squeeze the shoulder blades in. Exhale, reach toward the ceiling. Breathing into the seat, press into the legs, breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more deep breath in through the nostrils. Exhale. We're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, come into a seated forward fold from here. So again, in the seated forward fold, we don't want to force this. So if you feel all right with reaching toward your toes, feel free to. You can even wrap your hands around the bottoms of the feet to interlace them. Your hands can press on top of the shins, on top of the floor that's right beside the body. Your strap here can also come in handy. Your belt can come in handy. You can wrap the strap once again around the bottoms of the feet. So this will keep the feet flexed. Again, this is important to flex the feet as much as possible because this is where your opening and stretching will come within your hamstrings and calves. This is where that stretch will come in. You can press the legs of the strap together and walk your hands as close to the feet as possible, or you can roll your hands around to the bottom of the strap. And again, your belt can serve this as well. So sometimes the belt, it's a little bit difficult for you to kind of wind your hands. So you can just press the belt together and walk the hands forward. Tuck the chin into the chest. We're going to allow gravity to take over here. So again, releasing that lower back, tuck your chin into the chest. Coming into your seated forward fold. Paschimottanasana, breathing in through the nose. Exhale, relaxing forward. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in through the nostrils. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in through the nose. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in through the nostrils. Exhale. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Walk the palms back. Walk the hands back. From here, we're going to slide the spine down into the mat and floor. So from here, go ahead and just kind of walk the spine down. And if you have any goodies that are kind of in your way behind you, feel free to just kind of shift them out of the way. From here, your arms are going to extend out to the side of the body here. We're pressing the head and firmly into the mat and floor, lengthening the spine fully. Bending the knees toward the ceiling, pressing the bottoms of the feet into the mat and floor. If you feel that deep curve within the lower back, sometimes it feels a little bit achy or it feels uncomfortable to fully press that lower back into the mat and floor. Feel free to use your blanket here to sit underneath the lower back to support that lower back, to create that filling that you need to support and press that lower back into the mat and floor. So feel free to use that if you need that support within the lower back. From here, we're going to go ahead and extend, bend the knees toward the ceiling, press the feet into the mat and floor. We're going to take that left leg here and cross it over top of the right. So again, if you're in a chair here, just firmly press your hands into the chair that you're sitting in, that seat of the chair that you're sitting in, and just cross that left leg over the right. Then also cross that left ankle over top of the right thigh. So from here, we're going to take both knees while they're crossed, lift them off of the mat and floor, and slowly roll them to the left. Now, in this spinal twist, it's very important that we press both shoulders evenly into the mat and floor. So it's more important how the shoulders press into the mat and floor than how low the knees roll down to the mat and floor. Go ahead and turn your head to the right. Breathing here, inhale. Exhale, feeling that lower back release to deepen your spinal twist. Lift the knees further into the stomach and chest. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Slowly breathe in through the nostrils. Exhale, roll both knees back into your stomach and chest, or just roll that right foot back into the mat and floor. We're going to roll both knees to the opposite side. So lifting the knees here, roll both knees to the right, turning your head to the left. Again, press your shoulders into the mat and floor. Or if you're in a chair, press your hands on either side of the seat of the chair and twist yourself to the left. Breathing here, inhale. Exhale. Breathing in through the nose. Exhale to release the breath. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale, slowly roll the legs back into the ceiling, pressing your right foot into the mat and floor. Go ahead and uncross your left leg from the right and go ahead and windshield wipe the knees from side to side. Feeling the lower back release as well. Rocking the knees out, rocking the legs out. We're going to come back, bending the knees toward the ceiling, taking the right foot and crossing the right foot over top of the thigh, stacking the right knee over the shin. We're going to either lift both knees or press the left foot into the mat and floor. As we lift both knees here or press the foot into the mat and floor, we're going to roll both of the knees to the right, and you're going to turn your head to the left here. Coming into your spinal twist, anchoring your shoulders, your head and neck into the mat and floor. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in, press the knees toward the ceiling. Exhale, roll both knees to the opposite side. So the great thing about the spinal twist, while you're anchoring the shoulders here, if you need that support with a blanket or a pillow, you can still roll them underneath the knees here while you twist. And you can still anchor the shoulders. Breathing here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale. Slowly breathe in, lifting your knees. Go ahead and rest that left foot into the floor. Uncross the knees here and rotate your knees. Windshield wiping the knees from side to side. Whenever you're ready, we're going to roll ourselves all the way over. Coming into our hands and knees tabletop pose. So for hands and knees tabletop pose, if you have sensitive knees here, again, use a pillow or your blanket to cushion underneath the knees to support yourself. Go ahead and walk the palms back and stand on top of the knees here. And again, if you have any issue with putting additional weight on your knees, come back into hands and knees tabletop pose. Come into a deep cow pose with just lifting the crown of the head and lifting the hips. You can always stack more blankets underneath the knees if you just need that additional cushioning. We're going to come into our half camel pose. So if you choose to stand on top of the knees here, from here we're going to press our hips and pelvis forward. Squeeze the seat in to support your lower back here. As you press your hips, your pelvis, and squeeze the seat forward, your head, neck, and shoulders will start to naturally rock back here. We're going to lift that right arm up toward the ceiling, but then take the left hand and reach the left hand back. Your left hand does not have to touch anything, but if you are interested in using a block here, your block can sit on the outside of your left ankle. You can stack that block to the height that you need it. Continue to activate your hips and pelvis forward. Continue to reach your right arm toward the ceiling. Press the hips forward, drop the head back. If you feel all right with just taking the heel of your palm, pressing it into the left side of your lower back, this will also assist with pressing the hips forward. You can also take your left hand and rest it into the heel or the bottom of the foot. No matter where you are in your camel pose, engage your hips and pelvis by pressing them forward. Breathing here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in through the nostrils. Exhale. So inhale, we're going to reach from the fingertips, lift from the heart. Roll the arms right beside each other. Again, if you have hypertension, high blood pressure, or shoulder issues, cactus arms here. Or you can press the palms at heart center. From here, we're going to take the opposite side. So we're going to reach that left arm up toward the ceiling. We're going to take the right hand, and again, you can take your block, and you can rest this, or even a book. So if you have a book that's right, a very sturdy book, you can rest this here and use that as a block as well. Resting that book or block on the outside of your right ankle. Again, you can use that right heel of your palm. Again, you can reach toward the heels here, but reaching your hips and pelvis forward, squeeze the seat in to support the lower back, rock the head, neck, and shoulders back. Breathing here, inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Slowly lift from the fingertips. Slowly roll the arms either beside each other or elbows bend. We're going to slowly exhale, roll ourselves back into hands and knees tabletop pose. So next we're going to come into our Balasana Child's Pose. So you have two ways to come into it. You can press your knees and thighs together, or you can separate your knees to the width of the mat and allow your big toes to touch. Feel free to support yourself with either a blanket, a bolster, or pillow. So again, pillows are awesome props here. Again, you don't have to be really fancy with your props. It's whatever you need to get into that pose as comfortable as possible. Your Suiteness, your high quality pose. In this child's pose, press your seat back, lower your crown of the head, your arms can reach in front of you, fingertips can spread. You can also roll the arms beside the body here. If you want to give that shoulder a relaxation or rest, you can do that. Press your seat back as much as possible. You want to take away as much weight from the wrists as possible. Tuck in that lower back, pull the stomach in just a little bit. So here, if you start to feel a little bit of nausea here, meaning because the head is lower than the hips, your circulation will start to reverse. So you can use your block or a book to stack underneath your forehead. And you can also use another one to stack underneath the forehead here. Pressing the seat back. Your arms can still reach in front of you. You can also use a pillow here. So if the blocks or the books are too high, feel free to use that. You can also use that to kind of cushion the forehead. In your child's pose, if at any point within this session right now, you need to take a break, you need to come into a rest, you need to reconnect with your breath, come into your child's pose. That is your pose. This is your practice. So if you need to pull back, pull back. You don't want to push yourself to the point where you start to injure yourself or something feels uncomfortable. So with that said, whatever the body needs, if you need to take that break, if you need to reconnect with the breath, come into your child's pose. So we're going to go ahead and lift ourselves off the mat. So we're going to go ahead and curl the toes under, straighten the knees, and go ahead and start to walk the feet forward. Inhale, lift the torso here. Coming into that mountain pose. So we're going to go ahead and start our flow here, the second half of our flow. Coming into that deep breath in through the nostrils, we're going to slowly lift the arms above the head. If you have hypertension, high blood pressure, shoulder issues, definitely bend at the elbows or press the palms at heart center. Exhale, press the palms at heart center once again. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knees. Drop your seat back. Your arms can reach in front of, on top of the body. Your arms can reach in front of the body. The palms can rest at the hips, the hands, or your palms can just rest either by the side as well. Wherever you are within your chair pose, your cow pose, ground your toes firmly into the floor from your pinky toe all the way into the back toe. Bend the knees. You're going to press your seat back. So while you're engaging your feet from your toes to the heel, your knees are bending. You're dropping your seat back as if you're going to sit into a chair. But you're going to tuck in the lower back and pull the stomach in. So again, release that lower back, pull the stomach in, lift the head, neck, and chest. Arms reaching above the body. Arms reaching in front of the body. Palms at heart center, wherever you are. We're going to hold here for deep breaths here. So again, if you want to bend a little bit, no problem. If you really want to get into this power pose, deeply bend the knees, drop your seat back, but lift the torso. This is really a lot of power building here. You're going to feel it in your quadriceps here. Press into the toes. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Bend the knees. Drop the seat. Inhale. Exhale, breathing in. Exhale, breathing into that full breath. Inhale. Exhale, pull it back in. Inhale. Exhale, pull it back in. Inhale. Exhale. One more deep breath in. Inhale. Exhale. Shoot up toward the ceiling. Standing upward salute. Your arms can straighten or bend. Breathing in. Inhale. Reach up toward the ceiling. Toes press into the mat and floor. Breathing here. Exhale. Come into your standing forward fold. Tuck the chin into the chest, round the spine. Your blocks can support you in your forward fold here. Hands can rest on either side of the blocks. You can always change the height of your blocks or books. So yeah, if you have any books or if you have pillows, you can still use your pillows here. To deepen your forward fold, your hands can cup around the backs of the heels. But breathe in, flat your back. Relax the shoulders, press the seat back, press the crown of the head forward. Exhale, full forward fold. Tuck the chin into the chest, round the back. Inhale, step your right foot back. Come into your low lunge. Left knee will bend over top of the ankle. Feel free to use your pillows. Feel free to use your blocks here. Lift the head, neck, and chest. You can always lower that right knee. And feel free to use that pillow to cushion underneath the right knee. Lift the head, neck, and chest. Drop everything into your hips. Slide the knee back. Or slide your right foot back. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Breathe deep. Exhale. Release the breath. Inhale. Step back into a high push-up, high plank pose, or hands and knees tabletop pose. So coming into this vinyasa flow, there are two ways to come into from hands and knees. Press your palms underneath the shoulders. Roll your elbows forward. As you bend the elbows, lower your chin. Slide your chest down. Flatten your hips and legs. If you choose to come into a high push-up, high plank pose, curl the toes under, straighten the legs, same thing. Bend the elbows into the body. Lower yourself, try to run the Dandasana. Flatten the body here. Relax the shoulders. Coming into your back bend. Inhale, lift the head and neck. So again, if this is as far as the body will allow you to go, come into this baby cobra. You can even come into your Sphinx pose by just sliding the elbows forward, pressing your forearms and palms into the mat and floor. Feel free to straighten the elbows a little bit. Inhale, lifting the head, neck, and chest. Medium cobra. So we're activating the upper spine just a little more. Full cobra, lifting the head, neck, chest, and maybe stomach. Notice no matter where you are within your cobra pose, the shoulders pull away from the ears, your stomach and chest roll forward, and we're rocking the head and neck back. Pushing yourself away from the mat. Feel that deep arch within the lower back here. Coming into your upward facing dog, another version of your back bend. No longer a cobra, kind of, sort of. We're going to press the palms right beside the rib cage. Bend the elbows into the body, still here. Inhale, lift the head, neck, chest, stomach, hips, and thighs, the whole body. I'm still relaxing my shoulders, even though my hips are hovering. Exhale, lower your body, flatten the whole body down to the mat and floor, no matter where you are within your back bend. Inhale, if you need to come into hands and knees tabletop pose, feel free to. Exhale, curl the toes under, straighten the knees, come into your downward facing dog. In this downward facing dog, lift your seat and hips high here. Push your head in between the elbows. Feel the openness within the fronts of the shoulders. If you feel tightness in your hamstrings or calves, feel free to lift and lower your heels here. You can also put a small bend into the knees here. To deepen your downward facing dog, you can deeply bend the knees into the stomach and chest and further press your seat to the back of the mat. Feel free to play with your downward facing dog here. Feel free to open the fronts of the shoulders more. Press into the finger pads. You can always transition into your hands and knees, tabletop pose, if you need to, or you can always come here into your child's pose. From here, breathe in, lifting that right leg. Exhale, step the right foot forward. We're going to come into that low lunge. So again, the same thing. Take your right knee. Make sure it's over top of that right ankle. We want to really secure and protect this ankle here. We don't want the body weight to shift into the knee joints. And that's what will happen if the knee pushes too far forward or too far back. Always remember you can use a pillow, a book. If you have blocks, awesome. You can use them on either side of the right leg. Lift the head, neck, and chest. Relax your shoulders. Again, this left knee can lower into the mat and floor. Use that cushioning. Breathing in through the nose. Exhale. Breathing in. Allow your breath to take over. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in. Exhale, step that left foot forward. However you can get it there. It doesn't have to be real fancy. Come into that full forward fold. Tuck your chin into the chest, round the spine. Your hands can walk on either side of the feet. Feel free to use your blocks. Breathing here, inhale. Exhale. Feel free to shake the head out, yes and no. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to breathe in and flatten the back. So in coming into your half forward fold, your palms can rest into the shins. Again, you can use your blocks, your books, or even pillows to stack your hands over top of to help flatten the back here. Your shoulders are relaxed and the crown of the head will press forward. Press into your toes. So again, press your seat back, relax your shoulders, pull the shoulders in the same direction your seat is pressing. But then press the crown of the head forward. Breathing in through the nose, inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come back into your full forward fold, Uttanasana. Allow the head and neck to dangle here. You can even shake the head out, yes and no. Again, if you feel tightness back here in your hamstrings or calves, put a small bend or a big bend into the knees. Again, this is your forward fold. So breathing deeply in through the nostrils. Exhale. We're going to come into that focus pose, a sweet pose, that power pose, chair pose. So while the feet and toes firmly press into the mat and floor, we're going to go ahead and bend the knees. Press your seat back. Really press the toes there. Inhale. Lift your head, neck, and chest. But pull the stomach in and relax your lower back. Your arms can reach above you, in front of the body, palms pressed at heart center or hands at the hips. You don't have to bend a little bit. So again, if you have any knee issues here, bend the knees just a little bit, just a teeny bit. You can still press your seat back and reach the crown of the head forward. Or if you feel comfortable with fully bending the knees, drop the seat further back, press into the toes, really bend the knees. No matter where you are in this pose, you're going to feel it in your hamstrings or calves. Inhale, you can reach the palm before you. Inhale, exhale, full breath here. Inhale, exhale, full breath here. Bend the knees, drop the seat. Inhale, exhale, full breath. Inhale, exhale, full breath. Inhale, exhale, full breath. Inhale. Exhale, full breath. Inhale, bend the knees, drop the seat. Exhale, full breath. Inhale. Exhale, full breath. Inhale. Exhale, full breath. One more. Inhale. Exhale, full breath. Inhale, press into the feet. Reach up. Really extend the spine here. You can even look up toward the ceiling while you roll the arms back. Breathing here, inhale. Exhale, press the palms at heart center. Take a really deep breath and relax the arms. Shake out the hands, the feet, the head, the neck. As we've done something pretty interesting with the hamstrings, the thighs. So now we're going to come into our balancing pose. We're going to work on our shoulder stand or sleeping tiger. So first and foremost, inhale, lift your arms above the head. Exhale, swan dive. Bring yourself all the way down to the mat. All the way to the floor. So in this balancing pose, we're going to go over both of the poses, sleeping pose and shoulder stand. So just a disclaimer, if you have any type of neck issues, neck and shoulder blade issues today, come into your sleeping tiger. So in shoulder stand, we're shifting our weight from the lower half of the body to the upper half of the body, meaning your feet will start to come off the floor, and that means your body weight will shift into your shoulder blades, into the shoulders. Some of that weight will shift into the back of the neck as well. So again, if you have any shoulder issues, shoulder blade issues in particular, if you have any neck issues, again, very strong disclaimer, go into the pose that best suits you, which is sleeping tiger. And I'll go over on how to get into that pose as well. So first and foremost, getting into sleeping tiger. One of the reasons why this is an awesome pose as well, this is also considered a partially restorative pose. So if you're interested in slowing yourself down, this is a great pose to come into as well. You're also reversing a lot of your circulation and blood flow within your arms and your legs here. So first and foremost, one way to get into your sleeping tiger, make sure you have enough space to roll down into the mat. We're going to go ahead and activate the stomach here. Activating those stomach muscles, we're going to tighten the stomach from the left hip to the right hip. Inhale, slowly lifting your arms here. Again, you can also rest the arms above the head if you have hypertension, high blood pressure, shoulder issues. But if you can also come into cactus arms from here with just bending the elbows on either side of the body, on either side of the chest. The palms can face each other and your fingertips can spread. So, in other words, wherever you are within your hands, we're going to activate the core, tighten your stomach from the left hip to the right hip, and slowly bend the knees into the stomach and chest. As you tighten the hips, you're going to feel that support within the lower back. If you have any knee issues, with straightening the knees, maybe this is your sleeping tiger. Maybe this is. But if you feel comfortable with straightening the legs, feel free to flex the bottoms of the feet, pull your toes toward the face, press the heels forward. Your core will do all of the work here. Your stomach muscles will tighten. You can pedal your feet here. You can walk in the air. You can scissor kick. But all of this will come from your core. All this will tighten from the stomach. Another way to come into your sleeping tiger, using the wall. So if you have any space alongside of the wall, you're going to take your seat, press your seat into the wall here. Press your bottom into the wall. Lie on your side here for just a moment. You're going to go ahead and swing your legs up the wall. Again, all you're doing here is pressing the heels forward, pull the toes toward the face. We're going to go ahead and activate and tighten the stomach from the left hip to the right hip. And again, so what's happening here is kind of a restorative version of this pose. You can use your blanket or your pillow to support underneath your lower back. So again, if you have that sensitivity, feel free to use that. Your arms can reach above the head. You can bend the elbows, pressing your upper arms, palms facing each other, fingertips spread, coming to your cactus pose here. And again, you can remain here. So this is your pose. If this feels comfortable for you, hold here. You do not have to hold between the 3 and 5 minutes. If you want to slow your breath down, if you want to go ahead and relax the body, use this as a restorative pose, as a relaxation pose, and just hold here. And whenever you're ready to come out of the pose, you can either just kind of gently bend the knees and walk your legs to the side, rolling your whole body to the side of the body, and just kind of pushing yourself up. So that's your sleeping tiger pose. And again, the difference in that sleeping tiger pose and the restorative pose is just the lifting of the arms. So next we're going to come into our shoulder stand. So again, if you feel comfortable with shifting your weight into the upper body, feel free to. From here, we're going to take the body and rock the body back and forth. Bending the knees into the stomach and chest. Arms can rest beside the body. Whenever you're ready, rock the body back and catch yourself into that lower back. So as soon as the seat, you rock yourself back and forth to the point where you're pressing to the shoulders. Make sure your seat points toward the ceiling. And then bend your elbows and catch your hands into the heels of the palms, catching the lower back. Another way to come into shoulder stand, using your wall. Again, in yoga, you can use all of these wonderful things around you. You don't have to be real fancy to get into this pose. The same way we did sleeping tiger using the wall, we're going to use our shoulder stand using the wall. So, come into the wall. Press your seat into the wall first. Roll yourself over. Your feet will press into the wall. Taking your hands, rest your hands beside the body. This time we're going to bend the knees and press your feet into the wall. Press your thighs into the stomach and chest. Straighten the knees. You're going to feel that seat lift. You're going to feel your hips and pelvis press forward. Walk your elbows, walk your shoulders in. Go ahead and bend the elbows and press the heels of your palms into your lower back. Walk the elbows in, little belly button showing there. But feel free to lift one leg or the other. And again, you can kind of work with this. So if you don't feel comfortable with straightening both knees from the wall, straighten one knee, straighten the other. Kind of alternate, but no matter where you are, you're still cupping the lower back, walking the hands up the spine. And then whenever you feel comfortable, you can straighten both legs, maybe come into plow, or maybe not. Press your feet back into the wall and lower the seat here. Hold here for just a minute. Coming from that shoulder pose. If you're not using the wall, release your hands first. Then slide your spine one vertebrae at a time, all the way down into the mat and floor. Allow yourself to flatten completely. Spread yourself all the way out. Use this opportunity to come into a restorative final pose. The pose that we've been looking for, our goal, Shavasana. So feel free to use a pillow to support the lower back or the full back. And again, you can press your lower back into the base of your pillow. And you can slide your back down. Arms can relax beside the body. Arms can lift above the head. Feel free to make this a comfortable position. This is your Shavasana, your final resting pose. If you feel any tension in the feet, in the legs, release them and let them go. Continue to remain on your mat. If you feel any tension in your hips, in your stomach, in your chest, release them and let them go. If you feel any tension in the arms, in the hands, in the shoulders, release them and let them go. If you feel any tension in the neck, in the face, on top of the head, as you slowly rest your eyelids fully closed, above all else, just let go. Deeply release the breath, melting your whole body into the mat and floor. Ease the breath into the body. As you come back to the here and now, allow gentle and soft movement to return to the fingers and toes by wiggling them. Allow the wrists and ankles to rotate in circles, shaking the head yes, rolling the head no. On your next exhalation, bend both knees into the stomach and chest, wrapping your arms around the shins or underneath the thighs. Thanking yourself for coming to your practice. Thanking the self for taking care of the self. On your next inhalation, slowly roll yourself to the right side of the mat while you remain in fetal position. Allowing for the right arm, pillow, blanket, towel, or anything of that nature to cradle the head. After one or two of your breaths, slowly and gently lift yourself into a comfortable seated position while remaining in meditative state. Wherever you are in this world, slowly roll your arms around the body, connecting the palms at the top of the head. Exhale, press both palms at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Thank you for joining me for this session. I hope you are safe. I hope you are well. May you find peace within and without. Namaste. And feel free to join me in reciting Namaste, not just for yourself, but for everyone around the world. Thank you so much for joining me for this session. I hope you are enriched by this practice or by any practice, as I am enriched in joining you on your journey on the mat. Whether you are on a yoga mat, whether you're in the grass, no matter where you are around this world, whether you're on a carpet or rug, no matter where you are always welcome to begin again. Thank you for celebrating yourself. I hope you have enjoyed this session, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.